So welcome to today's Greater Life CoffeeCast, and with today being Friday, the intention always is to leave you with something for the weekend, something to ponder, something that could be light-hearted and entertaining, something that could be perhaps inspiring and transformative. And today you join me at the coalface of transforming my home into a space where I can welcome people for what we are calling private Greater Life adventures. And in the future, Greater Life will be offering travel experiences, retreats and adventures. Very much that adventure word has become a key part of what Greater Life stands for. We see a world where ageism has been finally laid to rest, and life after 50 is a bold and exciting adventure. And that is our company's vision, right? Our vision statement, our mission then. How do we contribute to that greater vision? Is that we support entrepreneurs over 50 to create greater lives and build better businesses. And so this idea of adventure is at the heart of what we do. And recognizing for myself that I did not want to have a business where I was chained to a laptop 24/7. At a desk, sitting. Like recognizing that this was a non-negotiable for me has, first of all, allowed me, and I've shared in previous newsletters and coffeecasts, meant that I created my beach box, which is my way of shading my laptop screen so that I can work from the beach or work from anywhere outside. And it has also meant that I have had percolating, cultivating within me a vision for what is the kind of work that I could do that could most add value to Greater Life. And really excitingly, as I have taken advantage of the fact that I live in Cornwall, and we've discussed leverage in the past, right? I am able to gain leverage in terms of income from the fact that lots of people want to come to Cornwall on holiday. And so I am refurbing my house right now, redecorating my house to get ready to be able to let it out over the summer, and therefore earn an income from my house so that I do not need to take an income from the business of Greater Life, so that we can build Greater Life as the community and as the vision that we know long term will result in us being able to most effectively, most powerfully make good on our mission and our vision. And it's a common thing that many people in the startup world will do. They will have to find ways to, live whilst their business that they've started gets to the relevant or the appropriate level of cash flow. And so I'm right in that process right now for me of redecorating my house. And it's been a transformative experience on a number of levels. Yesterday I was literally sanding back and peeling back layers of paint and wallpaper from 2 previous relationships. And so the deepest layer of paint was a kind of like pinkish colour that my then wife and I had painted our bedroom with. And then above that was a layer of wallpaper that my partner of a year ago had put up in our bedroom to try and kind of like reclaim the space. And so not only was it quite an emotional experience to recognize how I have allowed myself to, on some level, be dictated to in relationships, like to not actually say, I'd really like this color or I'd like that wallpaper, to just kind of see how I was going with the flow. And to have the experience as I stripped away these layers to recognize that not only was I stripping away layers of wallpaper and paint, I was stripping away layers of self-limitation, layers of self-doubt, and I was stepping up and taking a lead in my own life. I was, on some level, claiming responsibility for my life in a way that I'd never done previously. And the big lesson, though, that transcends both this process of redecoration that speaks to the business you are building, that speaks to each of our own inner personal transformation, whether that be the process of some grieving, whether that be the process of learning to feel and express anger, whether that be the process of transforming our physical health from being overweight and chronically ill to thriving, active and energized. The lesson I have been learning is it takes what it takes. So in the example of the redecoration, I had this grand vision of yesterday being able to get 2 coats of paint on the bedroom walls and get my bed set back up again and be able to sleep in a brand newly decorated bedroom. And this morning my bed is still on its side, the mattress is still out the room, and 1 coat is on the walls. Because it takes what it takes. The process of stripping away not just the wallpaper but the old wallpaper paste was a time-consuming element I hadn't factored in. The filling of the walls took much longer than expected. And yet there is no point in doing it twice. I may as well do it once. Do the right thing once. And doing the right thing takes what it takes. I know that here, cutting corners, long term, I'm just going to make more work for myself. And so I have to lean into the frustration that it takes right now. It is taking longer than I thought it would to do all this redecoration. And yet I also recognise that there are mirrors and parallels in my own personal transformational process, that my own healing, my own rising probably is going to take longer than I might hope, and yet it takes what it takes, and the process is underway. So to close out this slightly longer CoffeeCast, I have 2 questions for you. Number 1 is, where right now are you fighting with frustration and impatience, a process that simply needs to take what it takes? And rounding out this week's exploration of the theme of gratitude, where could you pause and be grateful for the progress you have made? So yes, my redecoration is taking longer than I'd hoped, and yet I look now at a hallway that is beautifully painted, stairs and landing that are beautifully painted, and a bedroom that has a coat of paint on the walls, where the layers have been stripped away and it is now mine. So I get to celebrate and be grateful for all of that. So, right now, where are you frustrated? Where are you fighting what needs to take what it needs to take? And where could you help that process of coming to peace by recognizing with gratitude all the progress you have made? All right. Have a great weekend.